All right, hey Fearless Mods fans, how you doing? This is a blast from the future because I forgot to film an intro. However, in this episode, we're going to show you how to make this nasty looking, cracked out and delaminated Trans Am tail light look like this sweet, beautiful, finished tail light. Interested how to do that? How to find these irreplaceable taillight lenses and make them look like that? Then stay tuned. Okay, so no, I don't have some secret potion for how to create lenses like that. If I could, I would think that at least within this community, I would be somewhat of a superstar. I actually got that off of a 25-year-old-ish. It might have been a little newer than mine. Mine's a 94, it's 25 years old this year. I think that came off of a 95 Trans Am, but bottom line, it came off of a salvage vehicle, and when it got to me, the condition was not the greatest. It was dirty. The tip got cracked in shipping, so I had to glue the end of it back on so that it would be mostly back to normal. But the finished product ends up being way better than what I'm starting with. There's nobody out there that I can find that makes a replacement lens for that, and it's a travesty because those of us who are purists and want to keep a car original, which happens from time to time, could really use a resource like that. It was cracked when it came in shipping, even though they packaged it amazingly well. I did call them and they offered to give me $50 towards any future purchases with them. Maybe we'll take them up on that if there's anything else I need for the Trans Am. Alright. Some molds out. Oh boy. Seriously rusted up. Jeesh. Well, that moisture in here has really rusted these up. The bulbs look good, but I know some of them aren't working. Well, that one was good. It's not anymore. Because that baby is seized up in there. Yeah, these are a little bit rusted up from all that moisture always getting in behind there, so I'm gonna see if we can get some new ones. I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding a little bit here on the tail light for the Trans Am. I've got the piece here where I glued it back together and it has a line, so I'm just gonna sand that line out, and then the plan is to probably do just like a lens restorer on both sides of them so that they look equal. So it's not too bad. It's got a couple of imperfections in it that I can see. I'm not going to totally be able to get rid of the line right there because of the just the difference in material with the glue to the plastic, but it's flat, so it should look all right when I shine it up. You can see there's some craze cracking in the clear right here. There's either looks like a D-lam starting right here on this black piece inside there, but it's way better than mine, which is D-lam the entire way plus chipped out. So we'll shine this baby up and it should look, for something that's 25 years old, a lot better than the one that's currently on that 25-year-old car. That is tough to do one-handed. So I think I'm gonna call that good enough. I'll buff it off with a clean cloth, and then when I put it on, I can hit it as I hit the rest of the back to even it all up. Not too bad, got rid of the paint along the top edge here. The wet sanding was the key. When I was dry sanding it, it was just taking too much effort. But it looks like it's down good. A couple little delam areas, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. And it cleaned up nice. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and sand this off and polish it up and get it ready for the new sticker that I can put on here. I bought these a year ago
Sometimes I'll be standing there welding my back
off of eBay. And so these are gonna go on here. These will be the new stickers to go on there. And the Eagle comes in multiple pieces designed to be able to overlay it over the top of the old one. It is time to go ahead and see if we can fix this tail light. I say fix. The issue I have with it is when I installed the two of them side by side, the one that I have brought in from the replacement car and polished up, when I look at the reverse light, it's not quite as bright and shiny. The one that I have looks a little more silver. The one that I got looks a little bit like a brownish or smoked tint. There's a possibility that could be a factor of the lens, but I'm thinking it's more a factor of dirt and grime and stuff that has gotten into the lens. My tail light has really good shiny reverse light, even though the lens is cracked off of it. My plan is to remove the rest of that cracked lens and put it onto my old assembly so that I have the shiny reverse light that will match the one on the left, so I don't look like I have a disparity there. We're gonna go to the oven, we're gonna turn it on to 200 degrees and get it warming up, and we will start with the old broken tail light as the first one to see how easily that lens cover will come off of the tail light assembly. Okay, so that's set. Okay, I'm going to start 5 minutes the first time. See how warm that baby is. Might want to grab some gloves. It's a little bit warm. All right, so I've got my tools lined up here that I'm going to have at the ready. So you got these tabs right here that we'll want to disengage. Tabs here and here. So first thing I'm going to do is just start trying to find where I can pry away. Ooh. Not much budge there. Might need more time. So let's go back to the heat. Okay, 10 minutes in the oven, and now it's definitely hotter. That one's clear. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's see what we got going on this side now. Still feel it holding some heat pretty good. There, maybe. I'm liking this plastic tool. There we go. So essentially what I was doing was I had these two clips that had tangs that were going underneath them. These two, it turns out, didn't do anything. I'm gonna leave them right where they were, popped out. So that's good to see. Oh, that is just this piece right here, but it's just this reflector. So if I needed to pop that out, I could. But okay, so there's that one. So we're gonna go do the 10 minutes with the other one and get it heated up, and hopefully it will give us the same level of success. can see what appears to be mostly the white lens being dirty. I don't know if it's behind it or in front of it. Oh yeah, there's there's dirt here. You can see it. I don't know if you can see me wiping that off. A lot of dust in there. See that? So that's where that dull color was coming from. Let's see this or not. But it's just covered in dust. So I'm going to clean these up. I'm going to clean these up and use the original lens. Maybe even use my clear plastic. The glue looks to be mostly non-existent on this piece, with the exception of this strip here and a little piece here that I just flattened out. So that's good. I will still heat it up just because those two little pieces of glue are there. I just got some instant glue here. I'm gonna go for this edge right here and see if I can get it to wick in there without running over the front. Hopefully there will be some capillary action. Come on, science. Yeah, it looks like that's about as far as it's gonna get. And now I got a little bit of cleanup to do. But the nice thing is the top part of that crescent is black, which means I'm gonna have some super glue bond there, and hopefully that will help prevent that from continuing to pull apart. All right, guys. The day got away from me, and so did my battery. So let me just catch up real quick here before we call it a night. Not gonna finish it until tomorrow, but did get it put back together. It looks fantastic. Did do a couple things. So number one, after I cleaned it all up and put the lenses in, snapped it all together, and then it was time to go back to the oven. And so again, 200 degrees, you know, I'd gone multiple times to get it apart. I went in one time at 200 degrees for 5 minutes. First, I got all of the rubber or the sticky gasket all kind of pre-positioned all back in place because I didn't want any of it being really thick. I wanted it to try to get down in between the old slot that it had been in before, even in the sticky stuff, because what I was afraid of is if that sticky stuff got real thick in one particular area, it's so old that it might not have squished down in there quite as good as it would have when it was new. And then brought them out and pushed them all together. Once I got on that first try, I was able to get the tabs to click and everything kind of in place. I then went in again for another 5 minutes to heat it up, and then I just kept pressure on the whole thing and just kept it on my lap and kept pressure on it for about another 5 minutes or so as it cooled, just to try to get it set down in there as good as I could. It's white again, it's not brown like it had been, and I can't wait to put it on the car and finish that up. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow when I get back from work. All right guys, hey, so it is the next day and it's time to go ahead and put this thing back together. So I've got some replacement bulbs. I sanded these out. One thing that I did do off camera is the center piece here is Reflective Concepts. That's who I found on eBay who made those. Okay, so now it's time to throw a battery pack on here and start this thing up. So hopefully the battery pack's charged up. Can we get this thing running? Only got 9 volts. No, come on. Okay, there we go. Ooh, looking sweet. got a little alternating going on here, so that one's not quite working. Something's not grounded out right there. Those lights look good. Got a little bit of a grounding issue going on there between those tail lights where I probably had sanded out the socket. Need to get in there and clean those out a little bit better. I'm not going to do that tonight. As you can see, I'm running out of daylight again. If you're looking for a way to take apart your Trans Am tail lights from the F-body era, that's certainly a great way to do it. So hey, that is a wrap on another Fearless Mods video. Thank you for watching. Please remember, like and subscribe. And thank you for all your F-body fans out there that have been piping up on the miss issues. I've been seeing you, I've been hearing you, and that's what we're gonna have to jump into next. So I got a transmission mount I need to put on, the intake manifold gaskets, and see if there's any kind of a vacuum leak there. And then in the future at some point, I don't know when, is going to be that rear end, that pumpkin, replacing the gears in there. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you again real soon. Take care.